Hey guys, good, the bad, than usual. For this particular video, I decided to rewatch some stuff that I was iffy about. And actually, all three of these I was a little sketchy about the first time I saw them, and now that I've rewatched all of them, my opinions on them have changed. Anyway, let me jump right in. The first one is Rabid Grannies. This is a trauma film. It's from 1988. It is a Belgian film, and it's directed by Emmanuel Curin. It's about an hour and a half long. It is, now judging by the title, Rabid Grannies, you'd expect it to be similar to something like, what is it, I Drink Your Blood? You know, basically where you would get rabies infected humans. Anyway, it has nothing to do with that at all. It's basically a lot like the Evil Dead or Demons. It is like demonic possession, which causes the people to, you know, kind of morph a little bit. A lot of special effects, a lot of the latex special effects and whatnot. I absolutely loved it the second time around. The first time I was a little bit iffy, and I think it's because the dubbing, it was really weird. The first time I saw it, I was like, man, this is weird. I didn't want to even watch it dubbed. I was trying to get it to be subtitled. But it turns out the film was made to be dubbed. They contacted Troma while filming it. Troma said, yeah, we'll pick it up, but we're going to dub it into English. So to find the actual original audio version, I guess, is rather difficult. If I ever came across it, that'd be kind of cool, but I'm not going to hunt it down. Anyway, I thought it was a great flick. I'm glad that Troma decided to pick it up. Tons of practical special effects. The story's paper thin, predictable, if you've seen The Evil Dead or Demons or any of those types of flicks. But it's a lot of fun. If you like gory B movies, it's a must-see. Next, my bad, and I've seen this one twice as well. I had this on VHS for a long time. When I first started collecting films, I went after zombie films. Those were the first things that I ever collected. Probably the first 50 DVDs I bought were zombie films, or actually then it was VHS, but they were all zombie flicks, and I watched this one, I want to say like 10 years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago that I first saw this. And anyway, it's Redneck Zombies. I watched it on VHS. I absolutely hated it. It came out on this Troma Masterpiece label that they did. They started numbering basically what they think is their best films. This is the only one that I have. I'd like to pick up others on it, like Cannibal the Musical, because they're putting a lot more special features and whatnot. Like this one comes with the soundtrack. So, I mean, it's cool that they're releasing all this stuff, but I thought I'd give it another shot, because back then I was watching stuff like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, some really good zombie movies, but then also some really bad ones were mixed in there, because I didn't really know. I was just trying to find anything zombie-related. Now, this is zombie-related. It's from 1989. It's directed by Prince Luance. He has done some other stuff, but it's mostly MMA-related. He did a documentary on Randy Couture, and he did some like how-to MMA videos and whatnot. But basically, this is the ultimate low-budget, the lowest of low-budget, no-budget kind of deal. They filmed it over a 1-year span, but they actually only filmed for 32 days. It was basically each weekend they would get a little bit of footage. They said that when they started the film, they gathered up enough money to buy one breakaway, you know, the sugar glass that they use for special effects in movies. They bought one breakaway glass jar, and that was all the funding that they had. So basically, a no-budget film. The film itself, a bunch of hillbillies think that they find some moonshine and they drink it, but it's really toxic contaminant that turns them into zombies. If you like the lowest of low-budget stuff, you will probably dig this. I guess both times around, I just absolutely was not in the mood for extremely low-budget zombie flick, which is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be funny, but I don't really know if it just came across as funny to me because it sucked so bad, or if it was meant to be funny. I'm still not sure of that. Anyway, that's my bad. I recommend it, though, to people that are into that stuff, because it's special. It's one of a kind, but it's just not for me, I guess. And lastly, my unusual. The reason I chose this as an unusual is because I still have the VHS tape, but I made a DVD-R as well. I just copied the VHS artwork It's Moontrap. So this is the exact same artwork. I just put it on a burnt disc because I don't even have my VCR hooked up anymore. Pretty sure I've said that a million times. Anyway, still have the VHS tape. Moontrap is from 1989. It's about an hour and a half long. It stars Bruce Campbell, which is how I found it. I went on a huge Bruce Campbell kick once and hunted down like all the obscure stuff that he was in. Directed by Robert Dyke, which I have not seen any of his other works. I think he's done like 3 or 4 other films, but the special effects were done by Gary Jones, who's done a lot of stuff, and his special effects are incredible. It's a mixture of practical effects and stop motion. The guy's on point. Everything that he's ever touched has just been great. He did stuff like he worked on Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Mosquito, which I recently talked about as well. I think most of you may have seen this already, but just a quick synopsis for the film is 2 astronauts get sent to the moon to try and find like artifact because they brought something back to Earth and there's evidence that there was life on the moon, so they send these guys to the moon. Turns out that there's like a robotic alien warfare weapon up there. It's very cool. I'll show you the back. You can kind of see the alien and the robot, whatever, in the picture. Anyway, if you like robots, aliens, or Bruce Campbell, you must see this. It's a great combination. I'm really surprised the company like Synapse or something hasn't picked this up because it would sell. People would, if more people knew of this, they would absolutely love it. It deserves more appreciation than it gets. Unfortunately, I think the label that holds the rights to it is no longer in business, but I don't think anyone's ever tried to contact that company to obtain the rights, or maybe they refuse to give it up. I don't really know, but one day I hope to see it get a legitimate release on Blu-ray or DVD or whatnot. That's it for me, guys. That was Good, Bad, and Unusual. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, have a good one, guys.